Guys, you know that feeling you get in the morning after a big night out? Because our friends at ZBiotics are here to help. ZBiotics, pre-alcohol probiotic drink, is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. Invented by PhD scientists, designed to tackle tough mornings the night after drinking. Here's how this works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct that goes to your gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Pre-alcohol creates an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make ZBiotics your first drink of the night. Drink responsibly. ZBiotics pre-alcohol is perfect for those who always have their health in mind and are looking to master the balance of work and play. So I want you to level up your recovery, and I want you to do it today. I'll get you 15% off your first order at checkout. All you got to do is click on the link in the description. Plus, ZBiotics offers a 100% money-back guarantee. If you are not satisfied for any reason, they will refund all of your money, no questions asked. Justin Gaethje has Khamzat. In the process of this fight being made, Justin Gaethje revealed names of athletes who were given that same phone call. The same phone call that Khamzat said yes to, other guys said no to. Now, I love that. I really do. For me, that is at the heart of fight promotion. Somebody challenging, somebody accepting, the other guy saying no for whatever reason or whatever excuse, or it's not enough time, or he can't make weight. It doesn't overly matter. If you are put in head-to-head competition and one guy flinches, I mean, that's as old as the playground. And all of the rules from the playground carry over to the octagon. So I just like things like this. I like when they name names. I like to know who was called. I do see a fight sometimes like that. I go, Khamzat. Wow, that's a massive opportunity. That was Hooker's spot. What a massive opportunity for Khamzat. But then when you get the rest of the story, which is, well, he wasn't the first one called. He was the first one with the courage to say, yes, I like that kind of stuff. And along this journey, Justin Gaethje named Dustin Poirier. Now, Gaethje was giving a list of guys that turned down the fight. He was just coupling them out there, and he was just telling his story. Here's how we got here to Khamzat. He's got 200 characters, right? It's on social media post. But he still named Dustin Poirier. So there's two possibilities here, and there's only two. There is not a third and a fourth, and it could have been one of a million things. No, it's one of two things. The most likely is that Gaethje believed it to be true. It's all a game of telephone. Gaethje never knows who got called or who he heard from somebody. He believed the information was right. He repeated it. Poirier spoke up and said, no, not accurate. Fine, we're done here. That is most likely what happened, and that's very common in this industry. You get a matchmaker on the phone that's got 20 other things going on. He's got 3 phone lines, 2 on hold, call waiting to Europe. He's in a North American time zone, Pacific Coast to be specific. I mean, you're dealing with guys. It's very hard. And you could easily make a comment of, yeah, man, we're offering this to Max and Poirier, and we're waiting to see what's back. Meaning to then call Poirier, but you just never got around to it. Like there's reasons that a misunderstanding like this happen, and they're actually quite common when they happen. A lot of times, it is bad information, but guys don't care. Dustin Poirier cared. So, okay, that is one possibility, that Gaethje just had inaccurate information. Okay. But there is another possibility, which is that Gaethje lied. There is a chance that Gaethje, who never lies to us, he never does anything in the media for a spoof, never, which is why it makes it so unlikely, but he might have. He might have just pulled Poirier's name out. He might have been getting on a roll, and he wanted to give a bump to Dustin. Now, you want to know why I like that? Because I like feuds. And it's very infrequently that you have an actual feud. It's not very common. As a matter of fact, When Poirier Gaethje Part 2 got announced, I remember where I was. I was backstage at a bare knuckle event where we were announcing Mike Perry versus Luke Rockhold. That's where I was. And I remember seeing it and thinking, how on earth did we get here? Like, those two guys have given each other a bludgeoning of a lifetime. And now all these years later, they're agreeing to do it again. Like, I actually remember thinking that. And then I was at the fight and it turned into another bludgeoning. But the result got flipped and it went Gaethje's way. And Gaethje also took the BMF championship, and it was a big deal. And Gaethje said to Dustin right there in the ring, they were in Salt Lake City, Utah. And Gaethje said to Justin, as Justin's getting up to his feet and Bruce Buffer's getting in there and Rogan's jumping in there, right? We're just about to culminate this evening. And Gaethje does the math for Poirier. Says, we are one apiece. We're even. Let's go through life even. That way we can be friends. That way there's no feud. And I'm adding a little bit of the words, but it's exactly what Justin Gaethje did. And Poirier right there in that moment, in that extremely vulnerable moment of sportsmanship, still said no. And it's a very captivating part of that night, that if you missed that part of the evening, you missed the festivities for the evening. It wasn't the fight. It wasn't the BMF. It wasn't that they're one apiece. It wasn't the knockout and all these impressive things of the leg kick of Gaethje. It was Gaethje offering an olive branch and Poirier telling him no. That was the hottest part of the night. And I feel as though some have missed it. Now, Poirier goes on. He fights for world championships. Justin Gaethje goes on. He fights at UFC 300, defending championships. I mean, they both went on and had wonderful lives. It's not as though they need each other. I'm just suggesting for you, they may be choosing each other. We are coming down to the wire on Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier has put out 3 different reports, so it depends what day you get him, and it depends what report you want to go in. 1, he's retired. Now, he took that one back pretty quick, and he was going to do 1 fight. Now, he changed that one, and he says 2. So the only commonality, the only thing we know for sure about Dustin Poirier is get it while it's hot. You don't know when the last one's going to be. And we also don't know who the next one is going to be. And he is being pretty active in the media talking about Gaethje. And Gaethje went first talking about him. And we really do have a discrepancy here. We truly have a discrepancy. Did Justin Gaethje misspeak? Did he have information that he thought was accurate that turned out to not be? Or did he lie? Because he's picking a fight with Dustin Poirier. It's important that we get an answer to this question. I mean, Gaethje named 5 guys. He got all of them right, but he had 1 that was wrong? Possibly. Or possibly it was on purpose. Because some feuds don't go away.